story told. Baby, now I got the flow. Cause I knew it from the start. Baby, when you broke my heart, that I had to come again and show you that I'd win. Your love for mine. All those times I said that I love you. Your love for mine. Yes, I tried. Yes, I tried. Your love for mine. Even though you knew I'd die for you. Your love for mine. Yes, I cried. Yes, I cried. Return of the man. Return of the man. Come on. Return of the man. Oh my God. Return of the man. Here I am. Return of the man. Once again. Return of the man. Top of the world. Return of the man. Watch my flow. Return of the man. Here I go. So I'm back up in the game. Running things to keep my swine. Letting all the people.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another primed up episode of You Make Me Rate It. Today is July 15th, 2024. And before you know it, the year is going to be over. We're going to be another year older. Getting into one of the youngest players to get into the NBA and drive up a lot of hype, obviously, because he's the son of LeBron James, hence the title of the episode. We're talking Bronny James. We're talking the Euros and Copa America. We're talking Paul George, one of the most underrated players in the NBA, and also like discussing on if it really moves the needle or not for the Philadelphia 76ers, who just acquired him. A lot to cover today. Dan, how are you?
Dude, what a whirlwind the last couple of days have been, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good. The rest of the world is going insane. I literally just I'm not a social media guy, so I just did a little scroll ski through Twitter. Good Lord, there are some psychotic people in this country, man. I'm doing good otherwise, though. To be quite honest with you, I didn't get shot in the ear, so I'm doing good.
Yeah, when I heard about the whole it's July 15th, 2024, so when I heard about the whole Trump getting shot in the ear thing, I just heard that he got shot. The first person I called was it my father? No. Was it, my mom? No. I called Mr. Double Down Dan here, and let me tell you, you would have made so much money if you took that plus $75,000 for Trump to get shot at his rally. But regardless of the fact, I'm glad he's okay. RIP to any victims in Pennsylvania. I'm also running a GoFundMe right now for my NFT project for all the victims in Pennsylvania. But yeah, talk to Dan about it. He made me feel better, as he does about most things. But regardless of that, I want to see if he can make me feel better about what the Lakers have shown the NBA in correlation to people playing their whole lives, working their asses off. And I'm saying maybe Bronny James has done this too. Obviously he can hoop and he would destroy any one of us in a fucking one-on-one or a fucking actual game.
Don't push it, all right?
All right.
Jumper on me, all right? Let's take it easy.
Regardless of it, so he went, was it early second round, correct?
No, it was
late
55.
first? Late first?
55. No, late second.
So late second round. And taking a roster spot, totally fine, whatever. He's a young hooper. Averaging at the University of Southern California 4 points per game and a couple assists per game.
What a stat line.
He went through cardiac arrest at the age of like 18 or 17, which is absolutely fucking insane for a young, healthy male to experience.
I wonder how that happened.
We'll save it so we don't get the podcast. We don't get the podcast taken. But
it was a question. I just said I wonder how that happened.
It might have been because he used W.GG and used promo code DJ.
Whoa,
I'm just kidding.
If he used W, he would have been fine. He
would have been fine.
Him back into existence.
We're sponsored by W Energy, guys. If you want to use 15% off, use promo code DGenBets at checkout.
Every time he says it, the percentage that you get off changes. Every fucking time. It's 12, now it's 15, now it's 20.
Because every time, Dan, listen. Because every time someone uses it, it's like a live line in correlation to Degen Fantasy. It just moves. It's moving. Like they're like, well, the coupon code is moved because people have been hammering this line. Regardless of that, so
look how jacked
looking pretty swole. With Bronny James, it's starting to look like throughout Summer League, you saw him against Dalton Connect, and Dalton Connect dropped like 29 points. I think Bronny had his best outing of 8, and he looked good on the defensive side of the ball, and he can get to the rim kind of like his father would, obviously not hammering it down LeBron James-esque style, but you know it's going to be like some LeBron James tomfoolery. Like when you talk about like coaching and like coaches LeBron James has had, like everyone said the big joke is like, oh, if you coach the Lakers, you're not the coach, LeBron's the coach. And same thing when he was on the Cavs. I think the only team that really reeled him in was the Heat when he was there. But even then, like, it's LeBron James. Whatever wants to happen will happen. People are talking that Bronny's going to be getting minutes in regular season games so he can play alongside his father, and his father being the greatest basketball player of this past generation and the all-time leading point scorer. You're not really going to tell him no, but finally bringing to my final point is the Bronny James experiment. How long do you think this is going to last? Do you think he's going to have a decent career? Do you think he's going to be kind of in and out, or do you think LeBron's going to kind of like carry him into minutes and playing time?
I think just based off of what I've seen so far, the kid's athletic. He's got a lot of he's athletic. Like he really is. He's got a lot of bounce. Like he jumps like a motherfucker. He jumps out of the gym, this kid. So he does have he has the athletic qualities that like you want in a guard. He just can't fucking shoot. And that's a fucking problem. So what I would advise Bronny to do if he does want to have a fucking career, learn how to pass and play defense. One thing that was supposed to be his like saving grace was the fact that he was supposed to be like this lockdown defender kind of situation. I did not see that at all in the summer league thus far. I know it's going to take him a while to get back into things. You know, you didn't have to come into the NBA. He made $5 million last year in college.
It's fucking insane.
So I'm just saying, like, why would you not like? And USC was a horrible program to go to. I would have loved to see him go to like Kansas with Bill Self, or like just a good coach, maybe like fucking UConn. UConn would have taken him. Like, there's no doubt in my mind they would have taken him just off of
good development
alone.
School.
Exactly. You got to find a good development school. What really should have happened is he should have went to like a MAC conference team like Akron or fucking, Buffalo, obviously, and fucking played a couple years there at a small school with less than fucking average fucking attendance at these games so he can fucking fail and fucking make mistakes. And then 3 years from then, I think he would have been a good prospect. I really think that LeBron James is going to ruin his son's career, and I think he did by getting him drafted. Mm-hmm. This is completely defensible if you don't draft him and just sign him as an undrafted fucking free agent. Like, I don't know why you even waste the pick on him. But all that being said, I don't think he's horrible. He's just like a mid-level college player. Like, he's not a fucking NBA player. And that's okay. Not everybody is, dude. It's a very competitive league. There's 30 fucking teams, and there's, 11,
we talked about the talent spread.
Team?
It's insane, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, listen, what I would assume is as long as his dad's in the NBA, he will also be in the NBA.
Yeah, I think it kind of forced his timeline a bit with a couple different things. Maybe the cardiac arrest that he suffered is something that, like, they're worried about lingering and wanted to get him a contract in the league while he can. And then also, obviously, the main thing is LeBron being like, I want to be the first NBA player to play with their son. I would like to play with my son. And whatever the case may be. And when you bring up, like, he's got to work on his shooting. He's only 6'2". I don't know if he's going to grow at all still. If he grew, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But to be smaller, like one of the best prolific scorers under 6'4" is obviously Stephen Curry, and obviously Bronny doesn't shoot like him. But you got to be able to shoot the ball. You can do well defensively. A lot of people can play decent defense as a first like standard. But carrying the price tag of also being LeBron James' son, I think that's why he didn't go into free agency and get signed, because maybe a team was like, well, there's not really much left here at the end of round 3 or round whatever the fuck. What if we just take Bronny in hopes? How many rounds are in the draft? 1, 2, 3? There's only 2 rounds. That's it?
That's
Damn,
2 rounds.
that's crazy. Okay. Yep. So if they didn't take him, maybe someone's like, okay, fuck, especially at Lakers management. If we don't take Bronny at some point, that definitely means LeBron James is leaving, and whatever team signed or drafted him is going to be like, okay, here's a free chance to get 39, 40-year-old LeBron James, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, that's the main point. I think that a lot of people were looking before Rich Paul came out and was like, don't fucking sign him, don't draft him. Like, he's going to the Lakers. That's where he's going. I think a team that was like outside kind of looking in, maybe almost a contender, trying to
Phoenix.
lure him over, would have taken him. I honestly,
Yeah.
I think they should have. But here's my one thought. If this kid can just develop court vision and learn how to pass really well, I think he could be okay. But okay, and this kind of curtails into my next point. LeBron James and the group that he's putting together is going to be bringing the team to Las Vegas, the NBA team to Las Vegas. That's been talked about behind the scenes for a long fucking time. He wants to own a team. He's gonna own a team. Las Vegas and Seattle are the next two franchises that are coming, and they're gonna be like they're gonna play. So the NBA just got the rights deal done, and they're gonna add two teams probably within the next year and a half to be playing about 2 years down the line. Seattle's already got the arena. Las Vegas has already got the hockey arena that they can double as an NBA.
It's fucking incredible too, dude.
It's a great stadium. I mean, it's one of the best in the league for a reason. But I think as long as it's like he kind of produces, he'll be on his dad's team until the end of his career too. I just don't think like he's just going to be in and out of the league. He needs development. The kid needs to be developed. He's also only fucking 19 years old.
That's the point. So I never wanted this to come across as like us shitting on him because everyone wants to shit on the son of one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Like It's not really that token. It's more kind of on LeBron and also the same like notion of when we talk development, like he's not gonna get anywhere near as much development on an NBA team as you would on a college team because he's just not going to get the minutes unless he's just forcefully willed into the lineup by LeBron, which he may be able to do or not. To be able to play with kids your age and develop with kids your age and be able to just like go through the motions of also like, okay, he played almost not even half a year at USC. Say if he went to the transfer portal and went somewhere else like a UConn or a team that's like really good or an organization that's really good at developing young players. The reason also correlating to like, okay, you go for 4 years or maybe 2 or fucking, I guess it looks good to be a one and done or like a half of one and done for Bronny. But if you take 4 years at a school and maybe he does not progress and no one drafts him, also by that time, LeBron's going to be out of the league. So say if he goes, let's just use UConn as an example. Bronny goes to UConn, averaging 4 points a game at USC after half a year. Goes to UConn, trying to develop him. 1 year goes by. LeBron's 1 year older. Another year goes by. LeBron's 1 year older. Now he's a junior in college, and he's still averaging, let's give him the benefit of the doubt, say he's averaging 7 points now. It's not really a big jump, no growth spurt. LeBron leaves, and do you think the Lakers would have taken LeBron James if LeBron wasn't a part of the organization?
No, I don't think so. No. I don't think if LeBron had fucking retired last year, I don't think his son would have been in the G League, and that's where he would have played. I also think he probably would have stayed in college. Like I said, he's making $5 million. Last year, to play half a season, he made $5 million. I don't know why you don't just stay in college and develop. You're still making a bag, dog. And you get to fucking develop and fucking
go to
learn how
school.
to. Dude, the fucked up thing is, his lack of size is tough. That's especially because he's not a shooter. But like, if he had time to develop a couple years, I think he'd be okay. Like, I don't know. I'm not as down on him as everybody else is. I'm also not going to jump on the fucking bandwagon and just fucking be like, hey, this guy's a piece of shit because his dad got him drafted. Hey, listen.
Yeah, no, he's not.
If my dad was in the fucking NBA, I'd be like, yo, Pops, you better fucking get me somewhere in the fucking NBA. The coaches do it all the time. Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time, had all his sons and all his cousins coaching on the team with him. Like, This shit exists everywhere. Nepotism exists everywhere. And listen, if my mom is in a fucking great spot and she's like, hey, there's a fucking high salary job open up at my place, she's not gonna not tell me about it and not try to not get me in that position. Like, this is something I would do for my kid. I think, Rock, you would do it for anyone that you loved and shit like that.
Of course.
I'm not going to blame him for that. The only thing that's really going to fuck everything up is that Bronny James is going to get fucked on development, and he's going to flame out of the fucking league because his dad's LeBron James.
It's a lot of pressure to be on to do for fucking, was he 18 or 19 years old?
19.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. But here's his stats for the first 3 games. I'm not going to display. I'm just going to read them off. Game 1 versus the Kings. Kings won 108-94. He played 21 minutes with 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. He was 2 for 9 from the field and 0 for 3 from 3. And he was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. He did not play versus the Warriors. And then versus the Heat won 80-76. He played 20. It's even more minutes in the game than the first game he played, and he had less points, 3 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. He was 1 for 3 from the field. He was 0 for 3 from 3-point range, and he had 1 free throw.
Yeah, from all this, from all the summer league games that I watched, he was getting played off the court. I mean, there's nothing I can say about it. He's getting played off the court. You know who really fucking popped? I watched him play Reed Shepherd.
Yep.
Oh, that fucking kid is so good, dude.
Reed Shepherd's so disgusting.
Good, dude.
I was watching a little bit of the Heat Summer League. That Khalil Ware kid's disgusting.
Yeah, he's got a lot of potential.
Gross.
A lot of potential. I also thought the Rish was actually pretty good.
Is he good?
He was actually pretty good. He's got a lot of bounce. I liked his game. I didn't see Sar yet. I've been kind of tuning in and out of. It's hard for me to watch Summer League because it's exhausting because of they can't hit a free throw. It's just disgusting at times. But I do like the little stories. Like there's like a 5'6" little Japanese guy that's been fucking shooting threes like a motherfucker. He's been great to watch. I love seeing Golke from Oakland go out there and fucking hit a couple threes.
Yeah, good for him.
But realistically, like the one that I think showed me the most was Reed Shepherd. I did not realize the court vision that he had and the ability to pass. Like this kid's a great fucking passer already. Dude.
High IQ.
Houston's gonna give them 2 years, 3 years. They're going to be good. They're going to be very fucking good.
Yeah, so I'm going to use this as I'm looking up stats to transition into the next topic via NBA. And I'm looking at Jared McCann through the Summer League just as comparison because he's not like the most amazing prospect, but a good, solid player. In his first game, he had, if I can load this up, he had 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals versus OKC. And then his second game, he was 0 for 6 from 3-point range. But he had 12 points in the first half, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists, and 2 steals. So, there's still players that are, like, not fully taken. Dude, that Khalil Ware kid's, like, averaging, like, fucking 17 to 20 points per game. It's insane. But with that being said...
he's playing against a bunch of small guys, and he's, like, 7'12", so...
No, I know, but it's fantastic, though. But
yeah,
with that being said...
fucking Heat homer.
I'm a Heat homer, but... someone I would have enjoyed to have on the team because I've always been a little Paul George fan. The Sixers signed Paul George. I don't know the exact contract details, but it is gone through, and he's going to be a member of the Philadelphia 76ers going into the 2025 season. And now you're looking at a team of Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, Jared McCann, Joel Embiid, and Tobias Harris. And PG has kind of been forgotten about with the Clippers just while he's been in LA. Because he's playing with Kawhi and James Harden, injury trouble occasionally. The most popping thing I've seen him on is his podcast, but he can still ball. I'm pretty sure he's like 34 years of age. Paul George is not someone to fuck around with. So, what do you think how do you think this pickup's gonna do for the Philadelphia 76ers? Is that someone to be afraid of? Is it he's 34 years old, 6'8", small forward. who can absolutely shoot the lights out and dribble. He's like a younger LeBron James at this point. And you're muted.
Yeah, I'm muted. Sorry about that.
There you go.
My little baby came in to ask me for dessert. Anyway, so here's what we're doing. Paul George, I just looked up the contract right now. $212 million over 4 years is what he signed. I think we could both agree that out of all three of them, Harden, Kawhi, and George, I thought you and I would both agree to the fact that he was the best, most effective of those three players.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought he had a great season last year. I thought he really popped off the screen. I honestly would have fucking loved to have him on the Knicks. I think he's a perfect fucking Knick. And the one piece that I thought could take us over the edge. I'm not going to sit here and shit on this. He's going to make Philadelphia better.
Oh, of course.
Simple as that. But I don't know. The ceiling is limited because, one, he has an injury history. Two, Embiid has an incredible injury history.
Mm-hmm.
If they can stay healthy, they'll compete in the East. They're still, I'd say they're behind Boston. I still think they're like behind Milwaukee, probably. I love Giannis, dude. I'll never shit on Giannis. I think he can go to a different fucking level. I think the Knicks would give them a run, especially with the signings they've had. I don't know, man. Does it make they're not number one in the East, in my opinion. Like, it's Boston above everybody right now.
I think potentially, because I don't feel like this Damian Lillard thing's going on in Milwaukee is exactly working out. I don't necessarily think that they can be number two right now. Chris Middleton's getting a little bit older, and Paul George is just fucking dynamic. Like, when you looked at Ben Simmons on the Sixers and like the size he had, Ben Simmons was what, 6'11", 6'9", something like that. Paul George is 6'8". He's a little bit older, obviously, can still get to the rim. He's so fluid with his ball handling and his fucking deception, as well as a beautiful jumper. Someone that can really do it all and also has the ferocity to fucking go and get it done when in the clutch. With Joel Embiid, with someone who's just fucking speedy like Tyrese Maxey, whether Jared McCann takes point guard minutes or not, being able to facilitate like he does is something that's huge, and he can just knock down open jumpers. I think they're going to be scary, and I think it's going to be hard to really defend against when you have Joel Embiid in the paint and like someone as sneaky fast as Tyrese Maxey. Like, I feel like they complement each other. Remember when I talked about like super teams coming together and they're just like, we're all good, we can all do everything, so no one knows what the fuck is going on? They're going to be able to complement each other so well. That's why I think it's a good fit, and that's why I'm also, as a Heat fan, afraid of this team.
Yeah, I don't think you're not wrong to be afraid of them. I think they could actually be good. I just think that Boston's better, and I mean,
agree.
that's just what. And they don't have the injury history. Like, the two big dogs in Boston don't have the injury history that the two big dogs in Philadelphia.
That is very true. That is very true.
So, and you're 34 years old. Embiid's getting up there. Everything in the history of injuries with over 7-footers means it literally points to the fact that. Sorry, I'm getting I'm into today. My apologies. I'm all over the fucking place. But injury history with over 7-foot players, it gets dicier and dicier the older they get. And I just feel like the injuries have been coming every year for Embiid for the last couple of years.
Just hit 30. Giannis is 29. Jokic is 29.
But like a dude like Giannis doesn't carry a lot of weight on him. I feel like he'll be fine because of the way he plays. He has the fluidity. But when you're 7'3" like Joel Embiid and you keep breaking your foot or your fucking ACL or whatever the fuck he keeps breaking on his fucking legs, like the leg injuries for a 7-footer, they fucking don't heal that well, dude. And if you keep doing it,
talking about his meniscus.
Yeah, exactly. If you keep doing it again and again and again, it's just going to be weaker and weaker each time. And
it's easier.
I mean, he's almost 300 fucking pounds, dude. Like, he's a big dude. It's a lot of weight.
I mean, but at the same token, bringing in Paul George, don't you think that would benefit him in correlation to, and this is the actual perfect use of the word correlation, in correlation to, they relied so much on Joel, minutes-wise, points wise and on the defensive side of the ball. They're like, oh, Joel, go and drop 50 so we can win tonight. And Maxey can drop fucking 14. To be able to bring PG in, he can just slow it down a little bit. He can sit a little bit longer. Like, if you're talking anyone who fucking like the fucking whole fucking plot twist of everyone being like, oh, people rest too much. Rest your bigs. Joel Embiid needs fucking a good amount of rest, whether it's per games or per quarter or whatever the case may be. Having a scoring option outside of Joel Embiid is actually very positive. Remember when Embiid was hurt and also a couple other players were hurt in Philly and we were betting on them this year? There's a couple games where we were like, yeah, bet against them, no Embiid, bet against them, no Embiid. And we were hitting for probably 4 or 5 games in a row. Then out of nowhere, same with the Hornets, they did this as well. They slowly started churning in the fucking... And the bench players that were lacking those minutes started getting to their groove and they looked pretty good. So they have depth as well. I do think that the Sixers can finish at least top 4 in the standings this season.
Yeah, I think it would be beyond depressing for the city of Philadelphia if they finish below number 4 in the standings in the East, especially. I'm looking at the roster right now. They've got, let me just run this down. We'll start with Covington because the top 2 guys are fucking rookies and trash. Covington, they got Drummond, Embiid, George, Eric Gordon, Kyle Lowry, Caleb Martin.
Oh my God,
Tyrese
I forgot about Caleb.
Jared McCain, Kelly Oubre, Cameron Payne, and 2 guys I've never heard of in my life. What I will say is Eric Gordon's 35, Paul George is 34, Joel Embiid is 30, Drummond is 30, Covington is 33, Kyle Lowry 30-8, Caleb Martin 28, great. Maxey,
Caleb Martin's disgusting.
Oubre was trash in the playoffs.
Fuck Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, he fucked us that one game. Cameron Payne 29. This roster would have been great 5 fucking years ago. This would have been a great roster 5 years ago.
I agree. But
right now, it's what
you got. Kyle Lowry's not going to get a lot of minutes. He's going to be there to fucking he's going to do the fucking Chris Paul for other teams where he's kind of like helping out the young rookie point guard. And all he's going to do is pass the ball.
Who's to say? Who's to say how many minutes he's going to get, dude? Seriously.
Okay, so even if he gets a couple minutes, that's not having a vet out there isn't terrible of an option, dude. Getting Caleb Martin, I don't know if you saw him in the Eastern Conference Finals with the Heat versus the Celtics. He's a fucking dog.
He's fine. He's not a fucking guy that I'm gonna go out and spend fucking money on. He's fine. He's a serviceable fucking player.
Yes.
That's it. He's not like, oh my God, fucking Caleb Martin's on the fucking floor.
No, but he's a dog.
Out of the gym. Yeah, kind of. I'm not going to fucking side with Caleb. No, he's not a dog. He's fine. He's okay. But you're not going to hand me this bloated age fucking roster and tell me that these guys are going to compete with Boston. They're not. They're fucking not. They'll be lucky to be number 3 or number 4 in the East. They'll be lucky to be that.
Yeah, you're really right. You should really side with a young team like, the Detroit Pistons because they're young, They're not bloated, right? Fucking Cade Cunningham.
I want you to look at the money that Philadelphia is spending on all these
$212 million. I fucking hate Philadelphia.
Paul George.
I hate him.
Just for Paul George, dog. And fucking Embiid just got a boatload of money, and Maxey just got a boatload of fucking money. Listen, I like the team. I don't think they're going to be bad. I just don't trust the injury history. The fucking roster's old as fuck. The Knicks got better this offseason. We can both fucking agree with that. Mm-hmm. The Knicks got better. Bridges is that's a dog. You want to know who a fucking dog is? Not Caleb fucking Martin. It's Bridges, baby. All right. You want to know what? Hey, you want to know who else is a fucking dog? How about Jalen Brunson taking $60 million less than he should have to
hometown
fucking
discount?
Keep that not a hometown discount. Talk about this is what people. Okay, let me go on a rant real quick. I got to talk about this real quick.
Send it.
Fuck you, Paul George. I don't give a fuck. You're shut up. You're gonna fucking lose in Philadelphia and be fine. You ain't gonna fucking win a championship, okay? You're not beating fucking Dallas. You're not beating fucking Minnesota. You're not beating fucking Denver. This team is not gonna win a championship. I'll call it right now. You ain't winning shit. Great. Anyways, back to the fucking point. Jalen Brunson comes out, still gets a boatload of money, but gives the fucking Knicks operational room to spend more money to make the fucking team better. LeBron James is 39 fucking years old and taking $104 fucking million and playing like a fucking 15 million a year fucking player. Like, he's not a fucking 50 million a year.
He's already
player.
A fucking billionaire too.
That's what I'm saying.
Worse.
Like, what this shit I get. Make the money while you can.
Ego.
I understand it. But like, if you're fucking LeBron James and you want to compete,
are you fucking LeBron James?
I'll fuck him right now. Don't think I won't. Anyways, back to the point. I'll mount him like a wild tiger, buddy. I'll push him down, put the belly right on him. Don't think I won't. Anyways, back to the point. You're getting me off. You're getting me off topic right now. I'm in the middle of it. Let me get through it. When you're 39 and you're taking $100 million from your team for 2 fucking years, and you are also demanding that they not only draft your kid that's trash, and on top of it, now they got to trade every first-round pick they've ever fucking had. I don't even know if the Lakers have a first-round pick until like 2050. Like, you just got to trade everything to make me better. Hey, LeBron, how about you take $12 million a year? How about you take $10 million a year? Are you hurting for cash, buddy? You having a rough time over there? You can't fucking live off of the fucking $1 billion you already made? This shit drives me fucking mental. The Lakers don't owe him fucking anything. He shouldn't be making $50 million a year. He's not a $50 million a year player anymore.
No. That's
so why are you paying
crazy.
him? And honestly, for me, I'd like Paul George, but he wanted $200 million. I would have laughed him out of my fucking office too. Buddy, you're 34. Good luck going to get $200 million. And then Philadelphia's like fucking backing up the Brinks truck. Buddy, he's not going to stay healthy. He's going to be injured. He's going to play 12 games this year. This is what we're signing, $200 million? You're going to play 42 games? Great. Fantastic. I don't get this shit. Like, why are you paying these fucking over? I just don't. I don't know
man.
And this is why, even though you're a Heat fan, you gotta like the Knicks just a little bit, don't you? Like,
no, but that was you had a great little rant until that last token.
What I want to accomplish here is that you admit that the Knicks have found the only. Oh God, my computer just went black.
You're good. I can still see you.
Oh Jesus.
Probably your display. The Knicks look fantastic. Made the right moves. But the funny thing is, you're talking about why LeBron, you need more money. You got $1 billion already. I think to his whole like career, he's had like $650 million in the bank.
Jalen Brunson took $113 million pay cut. Mikal Bridges expected to sign team-friendly extension because these motherfuckers understand that that's how you win championships. Tom Brady won 7 Super Bowls taking hometown discounts. You want to be great, or you want to be a fucking billionaire that everyone thinks is overrated?
True. He went from having like $752 million in his bank account to now it's just a 1 with $1 billion. And he's like, dude, I got to get this up. 1 is a small number. The fuck is this? I don't get it. Yeah, it comes with like, dude, part of being a leader too on a team, you have to be able to do shit like that, whether it's a pay cut or a minutes cut when you're getting older in age, like just knowing your role. Fucking role players can do it all their fucking careers when they sit behind you and fucking watch you dunk for fucking 17 fucking consecutive seasons. Know your role.
Yes, buddy. And also on top of it, when you're making the majority of your salary through endorsements, LeBron James could take $10 million from the Lakers and still make $100 million that year.
It's fucking insane. How much is
look it
LeBron
up? Shoes,
James Nike
contract.
deal? Oh my God, the Sprite contract's probably nuts. He's made $1 billion alone with Nike.
Yep, they signed him to a lifetime deal.
It's fucking insane.
No, it's not insane. It allows you to give bail to your fucking team that you want to trade every good player that's ever come to fucking LA to make you have a better team. Like I don't understand. Like how? Oh man, I feel like I was on LeBron's side last stream, and now I'm just fucking shitting all over him.
I know it totally switched.
Yeah, it did. I'm just pissed
But
off
it's all
because
right.
you know what? He wants these fucking guys to spend all this fucking money, trade all their first round picks, and he won't take a fucking. He won't take 10 or 20 million for the season. You kidding me?
Let's look it up. Do you know what year LeBron James was born? Out of curiosity.
He was in high school in 2003. He came into the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
89, 88?
1984.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Bronny's getting old, buddy.
Dude, 1984. And he is at age 39 going into his 40-year-old season. He's going to be making fucking 15 however million or whatever the fuck a year at 41 and 42 and 43 fucking years old with enough time to go sign. He thinks he's going to go. I mean, I don't know if anyone's going to sign him, but to go sign another contract. It'd be funny if he went to the Wizards to play with Bryce as well. Fair enough with the Jameses.
He is going to make, he made last year $80 million from endorsements. So do you really need to take fucking $50 million?
Dude, I would skin my legs for $5 million.
Well, that seems like a really weird thing to do for $5 million, but I accept it. I would also skin my legs for $5 million.
A fucking razor.
Ah!
All right, he's lagging out. To the next topic. We're going to get into... I'm going to wait for Dan to come back because I don't know. I didn't really watch much of the Copa America tournament. Remove. Mainstream. So it was the Olympic basketball saga of preliminary exhibitions. We had Team USA versus Australia. I'm gonna look up the stat sheet. So let's look it up. Google.com. Team USA versus Australia box score. Curious to see how this game went statistically with all the different players. So I think Dan's gone for good. Might have lost him. He might have to leave and come back. Okay, he left and come back. Yeah, so this is how the box score went with stats wise. Let me pull it up. Okay, let me get the actual box score instead of a bunch of oh my goodness. Hold on. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Can I show the fucking stats? They're going to show me each play by play written out. I might not be able to do this. Anthony Davis had 17 and 14. Tyrese Halliburton came with a pair of late three-pointers that helped stop a free fall by the Americans, and the USA beats Australia 98-92 on Monday. Double Down has decided to return. Welcome. Unless... What happened, buddy? Fucking...
Computer just shut down. I just yelled very loudly the F word. My kids were not happy about it. Anyways, back to the
it's terrifying.
Sorry, guys. Let's move on before my computer shuts down.
You're good. USA beat Australia 98-92 on Monday to improve to 2-0 in its 5 games. Devin Booker scored 16 points for the U.S. Anthony Edwards had 14, and LeBron, Bam, and Joel Embiid finished with 10 each for the Americans. Jock Landale scored 20 for Australia, which got 17 from Josh Giddey and 14 from Dyson Daniels. The USA led 24 midway through the third quarter, and yet saw the lead cut to 6 with 5:05 left after Australia went on a 39-21 run, but Halliburton had the next 6 points of threes, pushing the lead back to 92-80. Very, very close fucking game. And it looked like Tyrese Halliburton, out of all the U.S. players, clutched up and was able to save the USA record and keep it 2-0. What do you think?
I had a very stressful day at work today because I was trying to hide from the people that wanted me to do stuff so I could watch this fucking game, because I had Australia plus 26.5. I thought that was the lock of the goddamn century. What happened is the Americans beat the ever-loving shit out of Australia and just gave up at the end, basically. They were just like, fuck this, it doesn't really matter. And then when they needed to turn it on, they turned it on and they won. Australia is a lot worse than I thought they were going to be. I think What happened now? God damn it.
You're good. Sorry, you're good.
Anyways, I think they're going to be... What, your computer shuts down too now?
No, hey, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I think Australia's going to be what, Dan?
Oh, Cameron Payne fucking agreed to a 1-year veterans minimum deal with the Knicks today. All right, cool. Just happened now. Anyways,
beautiful.
So Knicks getting better and better. The Heat doing absolutely nothing and getting worse and worse by the second. That's great for me. I love that. Love when the Heat are really bad and love when Rocky cries about it. Anyways, back to the point. I think this game was a lot more lopsided than what the final stat line is going to read. The final box score is this game was not close. Competitive at all. Australia really was. They were down by 26 at halftime. So Australia's not going to give what it's looking like is that the USA is going to win gold, and it's going to be quite easy, I think.
It's surprising to hear from you because I heard you being all on top of Canada. I mean, like, Canada can make a run. Canada's got a good team. Canada's got good players.
I'm off completely. I'm off Canada completely now.
I wonder
the Americans are going to win.
I believe so too, and obviously maybe that's the fucking not like of such a like a hot topic or like a fucking like breaking news story here, obviously, because Team USA is supposed to be winning the entire tournament. It's supposed to. You have the best players on planet Earth, and you know, as much as this is what it is. Remember, we've been talking a lot about like, oh, the Europeans are coming, they're all younger, they're all the best players in the league. There's one thing the United States has in the NBA, it's depth. Majority of the NBA has to be Americans. And you got some good shining stars out there. Maybe they're a little bit older. Maybe next time the Olympics roll around, it's going to be a lot different. But right now, while we have it, especially with LeBron and Curry probably playing in their last Olympics. Dude, the Heat just keep beating everyone in the Summer League. Give me a fucking cookie.
Yeah, great. Summer League record's going to be way better than the regular season record.
All right, listen, we're going to win the fucking Summer League and the in-season tournament, okay? No, I'm just kidding.
Listen,
who gives a fuck about that, by the way?
I want to tell all the international listeners of the pod and watchers of the stream that the Olympics, they run through us. And I want you to be very clear about one thing. We may try to assassinate and jail political opponents, but we are the best athletes in the world. And you can suck my dick if you think any less. Done and done.
Okay. Last thing we'll talk on with this is I just want to pop this up real quick because I'm curious because, like, okay, obviously you can try to make good money against, like, really good fucking teams playing against Team USA, but check this out, okay? Hold on. So I'll make this big so everyone can see it. We got a game like this, like Canada versus Greece. Greece is plus 200. Hold, please. Greece is up 200. Dan just lagged out. And basically only probably correlating to the fact they have Giannis Antetokounmpo and a couple decent players. Canada has Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and a very deep squad. I'm really liking Canada at this line and at this number. Is there futures you can bet on with this as well? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to really check this out for you guys. Puerto Rico has a team. I can go play for Team fucking Puerto Rico right now. South Sudan. What do we have for... Do we have futures for the Olympics? Just have Olympics in general. Gold medal winners. This is pretty much everything else, huh? Yeah, this is going to be a lot. Matchup Brazil, Canada. I'm not doing all that. I do think that that's a game that Canada can win. I do like France against Brazil, obviously. So does everybody else. Minus 2,000. You got... Who's on France? It's got to be with Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama, players like that. Double Down's back. No, he's not. Looks good. I was going to save this last topic for Dan because he watched the Copa Americas and the Euros and stuff like that. But hey, you're just left with your boy Rocks. Appreciate you guys tuning in. When Dan comes back, the one thing I'll speak on is with Argentina winning Copa America. I did see some highlights of this game. Not a huge soccer guy. I'm a big hockey, basketball, football guy. Lionel Messi is playing in the game. Takes this weird like jam of his foot and ends up getting injured and not being able to finish the game, leaves, and he ends up crying as well. Obviously, you know, you're dedicated to your game and your sport, and you see, you know, obviously one of your best players lose, like not being able to play for the rest of the game sucks, but you can see it in Messi's face how devastated he was. They did manage to win the game, and they beat. I'm so sorry. I got to see who the fuck they beat. I might just switch this and wait for Dan. Did they beat Australia? Or am I just bugging because that's who Euro played? Argentina. Come on, Google. Argentina versus Colombia. It was a 1-0 thriller. And yeah, Argentina plays Chile September 5th. That was an absolutely insane game. Messi exits in tears after Argentina wins Copa final. I did not check any of that out. So, I'm not sure if there's anything else to touch on. We're sponsored by W Energy, by the way, guys. Hey, come on, double down. I'm struggling. Use promo code DGenBets at w.gg for 15% off your W Energy. Let's add him back to the stage. I just tried to talk Copa America, and I just was not doing well. I'm like, yeah, so Messi was crying and shit, and that's how the game went. Give me a recap of these rapid fire.
So we got to go quick because my computer, I think, is finally exploding. So anyways, back to the point here. Copa final was great. I thought Colombia really gave Argentina a run for their money. Messi, I think, tore an Achilles or fucking broke his ankle or something horrible because his ankle was like
oh my god! It was that bad.
So I don't know if he's gonna be playing for a long time, but I low key think he didn't say anything. I low key think that this is probably his last tournament with the national team in Argentina. It was Di Maria's. He's a great fucking midfielder kind of striker player. For Argentina. It was Di Maria's last time playing for Argentina nationally. Kind of sad to see them go, but I thought the young kids actually played really fucking well. Messi was subbed off late in the second half. Argentina wins in extra time. Colombia did a hell of a job. They're going to be a really fucking tough team to deal with coming to the World Cup, but Argentina is the class of the Copa America again. They're the class of the fucking of South America. They always fucking will be, it looks like, from the talent that they're bringing up. But yeah, great fucking game. It was much more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. I thought kind of going into it that Colombia would get on top of them early and then Messi would go out and that would be it. But that goalkeeper, man, Argentina has the best goalkeeper in the goddamn world, dude.
So I don't know anything about soccer. I did not check any of it out, but I did check the highlights of this game, and I did see Messi's injury, and everything was fast. It was a fast-paced fucking game. I think that was one of the fastest-paced soccer games I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. The Copa was wild this year because the refs were just like, we ain't calling shit. Good
Let
luck.
them run.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool. It was nice to see because you had the Euros and the Copa America going on at the same fucking time, and they're completely different styles of reffing and shit like that. Like, Copa's like, you can fucking elbow someone in the goddamn jaw and it's fine. In the Euros, like, you barely touch a guy and he flies on the fucking field and they call a foul every 10 seconds. But great fucking, dude, honestly, great competition. A lot of good teams. Very excited for fucking Colombia's future. I think they have a lot of good fucking young talent coming up. Now we switch over to the Euro final. Triple down on my take that the English national team is the Buffalo Bills. They get there, but they can't fucking do it yet again. Feel very sad for all my English friends and shit like that. Was really cheering for you guys. I did have a nice little parlay between Argentina and Spain. It paid out a nice little chunk of cash. Feel good about that. Spain wins on an absolutely incredible fucking goal, and it just gutted the entire stadium. You felt it. But yeah, what a fucking final, dude. A lot of great fucking soccer last couple weeks.
I'm going to pull up the Spain winner because I want to see what it was like, and then I think we'll wrap up the stream here.
Hurry the fuck up as
I think we're totally good. Yeah, the one thing I'll say is next time you start talking about stuff I don't know anything about, I'm just going to look at the camera like a newscaster and be like this.
You were just doing that, by the way.
And Dan, one thing I will say is live from Connecticut is I didn't watch the Euros, but I had fun, listening to you talk about it. Guys, this has been Degen Fantasy. Appreciate you tuning in with us. This will be uploaded to Spotify, iTunes, all these other platforms. Check us out on Discord. It's in the description of the YouTube video as well. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will be back on Thursday. Thursday. Much love. And yeah, guys, go to w.gg and use promo code DGenBets for 15% off your energy experience.
That's how Donald Trump came back to life. Dubby.
There it is.
She said she'd never turn.